YouTube, what's going on? It's Mesa Sean back at it with some Destiny 2. Alright folks, in this video, we're going to analyze some gameplay coming out of Game Informer. They just posted the second story mission of Forsaken. We also will cover some general Destiny 2 news and a real quick PSA, guys. At 1 p.m. Eastern today, we get update 1.2.3. I'm going to stream it live right here on YouTube, and we're going to go through all the new things. I really want to see how the new bounty system is going to work and which vendors are going to offer bounties and what exactly do you get from doing these bounties. So in the story mission, it's being narrated by the Spider. The Spider is the new NPC that's going to be running the show for us when we are on the Tangled Shore. Now we can see here he's using an energy hand cannon which looks like it's got Dragonfly on it, but the explosions look enormous. I don't know if it's just a visual effect because they did buff not only the visual effect but also the damage of Dragonfly in the last update. But I think it's just because of the background, how it's kind of dark. It looks bigger than it really is, but I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Now in the story mission, a few times you're going to call in some of the Spider's allies. He's going to send you some NPC allies that looks like they kind of help you on the battlefield. I don't know. You have to watch the full video to see what they actually do. But it looks like they spawn in. They're the same level that you are, but they're on your side. So they have the little blue icon next to them. They're not enemies. Now, I'm not going to go through the entire story mission because I don't want to spoil too many things. But for the most part, it's just like an introduction to the barons that you're going to be hunting. But let's look at a few other things. So he's using an auto rifle here that kind of looks like Vigilance Wing. I think it's about 450 rounds per minute, but it's got kill clip and it does have Outlaw on it. Now, since he is on the new Stormcaller, you'll notice from time to time when he does get a kill, he's going to see these ionic traces on the floor. So for the new Stormcaller Attunement of Control, arc kills sometimes create ionic traces, a spark of raw arc energy that travels across the ground toward you, which can be collected to recharge all of your abilities. So you can see right here when he picks it up, he gets a little bit more grenade energy. So here's another clip. He kills an ad up top. He's got Outlaw procced on the left-hand side. He's going to kill this ad who's going to drop one of those ionic traces. He'll pick it up, he'll get some more grenade energy, and now he's got kill clip procced. So I think this auto rifle is going to be pretty good. Now check out the melee for Attunement of Control. Look at that distance. That was pretty far. Now it didn't kill the ad. Now it could be because it's not that powerful, or maybe because that particular ad, well, they have shields. But the description says tap the melee button to fling out a long distance electricity ball that eventually detonates and flings a lightning bolt straight downward. So is that thing going to be OP in the Crucible? We'll have to see, guys. All right, don't rush to conclusions. Let's wait and see how much damage it actually does in PvP when you get hit by that thing. Now here's a good clip of the new Warlock Super. Now it looks like it goes pretty fast, but you can actually conserve on this thing. Because in the official description, Chaos Reach fires a long-range blue beam of intense and focused damage dealing, which can be deactivated early if you want to save energy. So it looks like it's going to be good for ad control, but then also just laying into a boss. I really hope we get an exotic for the Warlock that's kind of like Raid Flux. The more kills you get with it, the longer its duration. Now in this clip here, you're going to see one of the allies here getting into a little bit of a fight with one of those. I don't actually know how much damage they're going to be doing. But check this out. He's got Pulse Wave going right now. When he puts down his Rift, now the Healing Rift actually has a counter on it, so you know when it's going to be gone. Another new thing we have is, well, we have Walkers, but they're not Fallen Walkers. These are Scorn Walkers. And you can see here, yes, these Scorch Cannons are back. So, interesting take on the Fallen Walker. It's got a big shield around it. You got to get inside it. You got to do damage. But it looks like it functions basically the same as a Fallen Walker, except this one's a Scorn Walker, and it looks a little different. Now, I could already see the comment section lighting up that everything is dying so easily. We're going to burn through this story mission and it's easy. This is a developmental build, guys. I've been to I think 11 Bungie Activision capture events. A lot of times we are playing on a build that's not the final version, and sometimes in many cases it's been really easy to burn through because the goal of it is just to really get us through the content so we can explore, try new things out, but they're still fiddling around really up until the final moments of release with the power levels, with how damage is going to work, and so forth. Now if you want to watch the full video, it will be linked in the description. However, it's not the raw gameplay. The folks over at Game Informer who got to play it, they're talking over it the entire time, kind of giving you their impressions. Now here's some interesting confirmation. This is from Kotaku, and I will link this in the description where Jason Schreier got to talk to Nathan Fillion. Fillion also confirmed something that Destiny fans had suspected. He did not play Cayde 6 during the E3 trailer, in which the robotic hunter's death was revealed. In fact, Fillion says he didn't play Cayde 6 at all for this year's Forsaken expansion. Nolan North did. So yeah, Nolan North was doing an impression of Cayde 6. But Fillion is one of many Destiny 2 players who does not believe that Cayde 6 is actually dead. So I have a couple of questions. Well, one is, for all the strikes that we have, or maybe some of the adventures where Cayde 6 is narrating them, is Nolan North going to do an impression of him for new players? Or are we going to get a new Vanguard? And we don't know that. I mean, is Cayde 6 gone and the Vanguard's not going to replace him? Will that person then do that voiceover for that particular strike or adventure or whatever? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section. Next up, let's go through a bunch of news courtesy of DestinyRoundup.com. I will link that website as well as Shackle Shotgun, who runs that website, in the description. So first off, Cosmo clarified a few things about the Gambit tournament that occurred at GuardianCon. Supers will carry over from round to round. Death heals the Primeval. That I told you guys about when we went to play it at E3. If the Primeval is on your map and you're taking it down and someone invades you, and they can invade you, I believe, every 20 seconds when your Primeval is out, any kills that they get on your team is going to give a lot of health back to that Primeval. So when you're trying to take down the Primeval and you get invaded, you start looking for who's invading you and get rid of them ASAP. Now here's some footage of me putting down the Well of Radiance, the new Dawnblade Super, where you get a damage buff, you get a healing buff, you get healing grenades, and all your abilities, they also recharge faster. Cosmo clarified that you can actually shoot the Dawnblade sword, and that will end your Well of Radiance. Now Cosmo also clarified that Guardians and other enemies don't show up any differently on the radar, meaning when you're getting invaded. You could use this to your advantage and move with the enemies and sneak up on Guardian opponents. Now, Lars Bakken from Bungie responded to a question regarding a Trials version of Gambit. And what I mean by Trials, I mean something that's only available on the weekends, you have to have a fire team, competitive, so forth. Lars on Twitter said, "In truth, the early designs around Gambit were that of pre-made teams and a Trials-like PvE mode. Once Gambit started becoming so fun, we knew we wanted as many people as possible to experience it. So you have our current matchmaking offering. As to if we'll ever try something akin to Trials with pre-made teams, not sure. We'll see how it does when we launch it and look forward to hearing how the community reacts." Now, like always, if we ask for something, they're going to do it. My opinion is it would be cool, but I would rather them work on Trials of the 9. You know what? Look, if they made this into a Trials like PvE activity, or PvE and PvP activity, who would play Trials on the weekends? Just the real competitive PvP players. What would you want them to do? Let me know in the comment section. I think they need to work on Trials of the 9. They need to do something with it. I personally think they should go back to 3v3 elimination. I feel like there was just more tense moments. I think now that we have the weapon slot system from D1, I think we could have more of those hero moments. I think it would be more entertaining to watch on Twitch. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section. Would you want it to be a Trials-like thing for Gambit? Or do you want them just to work on Trials? And I know I'm asking a lot of questions here. Would you want them to bring back 3v3 elimination? Next up, we get some more teases about the raid from the design raid team lead, Joe Blackburn. He tweets out, getting a lot of questions about things like res timers, ammo, loot, and tokens in the Forsaken raid. We will have a lot of exciting updates to share, too long for Twitter, but definitely before the game comes out. Hell, maybe we'll even tell you the name of the thing. Now, yesterday I put up a video where we got confirmation that the raid is not going to involve the Scorn. So the only logical explanation is, well, probably the Taken. The Taken are on the Dreaming City. It could be Hive related, could be Savathun, could be Marasov. We do know that the actual raid boss is female. At first I thought maybe that's just a female Baron, because some of the Barons that we face in the campaign, some are male and some are female. But when he said female, look, it's got to be either Marasov, New York accent, or it's going to be Savathun. What do you think in the comment section? I'm asking way too many questions, but you guys know me. I love to respond to you guys in the comments. And then lastly, Claude does confirm a few things about the supers. So he said Ward of Dawn will be getting a buff. He just left it at that. We don't know exactly what he means by that. He also touched on the Chaos Reach Super for the Warlock, which we saw earlier. He said there is an additional cost to deactivating your super early. For instance, if you used up 30% of your super for a quick burst and then deactivate it, you'll have less than 70% left over. Numbers are not final yet, so I can't say exactly how much. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. Leave me a hashtag made it to the end if you did make it to the end, and do me a favor. Drop a like in this video only if you see fit. Follow me on the Twitter at MesaSean. Check out my stream, usually and always on YouTube, and that is it. I am out of here like Vladimir.